Hello, grade 5. How are you? Today, inshallah, we will start by Unit 9. By Unit 9. Yes, today we are going to talk about deep sea animal. We are going to talk about animal who live in deep sea. Okay, deep sea discovery. It's a story, okay, about a family they want to go to the museum or to aquarium. So let's start reading. Yes, it is going to be boring, complained Jack. I hate a museum. Jack بيشتكي إنه هذا المكان it's very boring. اللي هو الميوزيوم. So it is not a museum, it is an aquarium, Dad explained. أبوه بيشرح له إنه هذا it's not a museum, it's aquarium. So what do we mean of aquarium? اللي هو a tank of water which fish are kept. Okay, same thing, muttered Jack. It will be pouring anyway. So there's a new exception. حيكون new exception. What do you mean of exception? Like معرض, like gallery. Okay, so said Molly, it's called Deep Sea Discovery. اسمه Deep Sea Discovery. It was designed by scientists. بيصمموه scientists. You can operate camera that is deep in the sea. I would like to go there first. Good idea, said Jad. Granted Jack. It was dim in the deep sea room. What do you mean of dim? اللي هي light color. ضوء خافت. كان in this room الضوء very dim. There were some video screens with desk in front and some controls. So there were in the room video screens and desk and control like the mouse. You can move the screen. Molly went to the nearest desk and read the instructions. What do you mean of instructions? Like order or directive, تعليمات. So then she began to work the controls. The black screen turned in a dark blue. So الشاشة كان لونها أسود and then it changed to dark blue. There aren't any animals, said Jack. Come on, this is very boring, or this is boring. At the moment, an astonishing creature swam across the screen. فجأة astonishing creature. Astonishing the same with amazing creature. مخلوق مدهش appeared on the screen. It was red, but the color gloomed warmly. Gloomed like shine. Gloomed warmly. It looked like a Chinese lantern. هذا الأنيمال بيشبه Chinese lantern الفانوس الصيني like this picture. Okay. Suddenly, flashes of color ran up tentacles. It was bright as a electric sign in the street. So this animal have a tentacles. With meaning of tentacles, the same with shu'airat, like this picture. Also look here. These are tentacles. Okay. That's so beautiful, whispered Molly. Like, that's so beautiful. Wow, exclaimed Jack, pointed at the screen. What do you mean of pointed? أشار. Look at that. A strange animal peeking across to the screen. صار يشوف animal لونه silver and it's strange. It was long and flat. It has a lot of tiny tentacles along both of sides. Its narrow body. So here we have tentacles, and in the middle we have a narrow body. It flapped like move. It flapped giantly up and down as it moved through the water. It looked like a silver wave. So this is the animal. Yes, this control turns the camera, said Molly, and she turned it away. The silver creature was already disappeared into a gloom. هذا silver creature disappearing in a gloom. What do you mean of gloom? The same with dark. هذا المخلوق اختفى in the dark. Can I have a go? asked Jack. ممكن أشوف? Of course, replied Molly, and she got up to let Jack sit down. وقعدت Jack. For the next hour, they watched one strange creature after another. ضلوا يتفرجوا على strange creature. There were crabs. What the meaning of crabs? Look at the picture. This is the crabs. Crabs. سلطعون. Okay. Such a small bodies and such a long thin legs. They looked like a giant spider. So their body is small and have a long thin legs and it's look like spider بيشبه العقرب. There was an eel with a long thin tail and enormous head and mouth. This is the eel. Eel, it's a kind of fish like a snake. This called eel. Okay, so this eel have a long thin tail and a long and thin tail and big mouth and big head. Its mouth was so big that it could eat fish as big as itself. Yes, here if I ask you what is the opposite of fat, the opposite of fat is thin, okay? And the synonym of the same of the meaning of tiny is small, صغير. There were a tiny squid. What the meaning of squid? اللي هو الحبار يا teacher, like this picture. Animal lived in the deep sea. Made a light in their own bodies. This animal made light. بيعطيني ضوء. They shone like a little flashing star. The same with flashing. There was a small fairy sponge. Here they have a fairy sponge. There were big squid and jellyfish that could nearly see right through. Some of them had long hairy tentacles عندهم hairy tentacles زي الشعيرات التنتكلز بتكون. They floated around and picked up a bite of food. They float in the water to pick food. One jellyfish looked like a plastic bag with eyes, and another looked like a big round cushion. So jellyfish لهم شكلين. واحد شكله زي البلاستيك باج زي الكيس البلاستيك والanother one شكله زي الكوشنز زي الوسادة. There was an incredible creature. في عنا مخلوق غريب. An incredible. That looked like a flower, like this picture. The same with the flower. It's called sea lily, but it was an animal. So this animal had a حيوان called sea lily. اسمه sea lily. The part of it is looked like leaf and flower, and there were actually a tiny tentacle. So إله leaf and they have a flower and they have a tiny tentacles. برضو إله شعيرات. They picked up food and passed to the animal mouth in the middle of the flower. In the middle, they have a mouth, and the mouth in the middle. After 2 hours, Dad said, "Do you want to go soon?" لازم نغادر soon. Jack looked around in a surprise. "You are not bored already, are you?" he asked it. So the lesson is very easy, and we know new name of animal live in the sea. And if you have any question, grade 5, check with me on WhatsApp, and thank you for listening.